And I was actually about to ask you, because I don't know the space that well. So I know you have a lot of followers, but what is it like on LinkedIn? Like, for example, with the competition of your niche, if there are, I assume that before there weren't that many people and it evolved over time, but what is it like now? Do you feel like there are many people in your niche or not?
There's definitely many more people. I think what's been interesting to watch is that, social media allows everybody to have a voice. And I think that's the problem. It allows everybody to have a voice. It's really hard to decipher quality work and what's been proven versus people regurgitating what they've heard from somebody else or having AI write their content. Yeah. So it's hard. And so what I tell everybody is like, there are a lot of people saying a lot of things. Before you take what they're saying as law, can you go click on their profile and validate that they've done the work? Because there are a lot of people that have built a very strong following in customer success, specifically on LinkedIn, who have never worked in customer success a day in their life. And to me, that's crazy. Like, how are you seen as an expert in this field and you've never done the job? I don't get it. So that's where I think social media becomes a little dangerous. It's an opportunity, right? And I'm not trying to steal anyone's opportunity. That's why I'll never name names and point fingers. But I just encourage everybody. I'm like, validate, right? Just go validate your sources. Check your sources.
I agree and understand, because not to guide anyone, but for example, if you imagine someone on LinkedIn with polished profile and posting beautiful infographics or something, it's kind of understandable that their account is going to grow because that's the content and LinkedIn pushes and people like. But then you don't know if they should have the experience or if it's like from someone else or pulled out of AI. So it was a great point that you never know.
Yeah, it takes 2 seconds to go and check.
Yeah. And I also, it just reminds me, I had a look at your experience and oh my God, I saw that your experience on LinkedIn, you are present in so many, I don't know, businesses and ventures and everything. So again, it just speaks for itself about your experience. So really well done.
It's funny. My profile definitely becomes very saturated. It's because I am an investor in a few different firms. I hold advisory roles in different organizations. Obviously, I'm the kind of CEO and principal consultant of my own firm. But if you scroll down a little bit, you start to see all of my operator roles, right? Where I was chief customer officer for 5 years. Before that, I was VP of customer success for a number of years. And I was, an individual contributor for a period of years, right? So I moved from CSM to CCO in 10 years. And then I spent the remaining, couple years thereafter as CCO. So I have built my platform on authentic experiences. And that's really what I tout, is that I would never tell somebody to do something that I hadn't done myself. And I'm speaking from a place of experience.
Yeah, I'm really happy to hear that. And if people have any doubt, have a look. It's all there.
You just got to scroll down. You just got to keep scrolling.
And Kristi, I need to ask you, because it's for the audience, like, have you got any advice or recommendations or how to grow your profile on LinkedIn? Because the audience is people from LinkedIn, and you can be, I can be asking that all the time, but there is still someone looking for those grow hacks or tips, etc. So do you have any advice?
If you would have asked me like 3 years ago, sure. These days I have zero advice. I don't know. I run my posts through Claude. I've created a bot like just to help me to do my analysis on my analytics on all of my content, like what performs, what doesn't perform. Do I use images? Should I use carousels? Should I just use text? Should I use video? Should I post in the morning? Should I post at night? How many characters? Like, honestly, I am exhausted by all of the analysis. It is definitely analysis paralysis now at this point of how much I have tried to learn what the algorithm likes. I have no idea. On Sunday, I posted a picture of my daughter's Easter basket with a little story of what happened to me when I was in Target.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
So, and that post took off, right? I've got like hundreds of people engaging with it. The impressions are through the roof. That's not a post that I would think would take off, right? And then there's some things where like I'm posting really good, valuable content about customer success, and it's like LinkedIn's like, no, here's 3,000 impressions. I'm like, how do I get 3,000 impressions when I have 60,000 followers? Like the math doesn't math. So it's just no. So to answer your question, no, I don't have any advice. I guess my only thing that I would say is just post. If you have something to say that is meaningful, that would be valuable to even one person, post it. And don't worry about the impressions. Like, I think there was definitely a time where I got hung up on that because every post I used to post would get hundreds of thousands of impressions. And now I'm like happy if it gets 5,000. I stopped obsessing about the numbers, and I'm going to encourage anybody who's new to posting, ignore the numbers. Think about it this way. If one person saw your content, liked it, commented on it, saved it, even just one person, there was value in what you put out there. So don't get hung up on the numbers. And I always put the perspective of this. If somebody asked you to speak in front of 500 people, wouldn't you be really proud to have had the opportunity to stand in front of 500 people? Yes, is always the answer.
Scary,
yes
yeah.
is always the answer. Nobody says no. So why are we getting so mad when our post has 500 impressions? I don't know. That's 500 people that had an opportunity to experience your voice, your experience, your point of view. So ignore the numbers, post the darn content. Don't worry about what people are going to think. Chances are nobody will see it anyway, so don't worry about it. And just start doing it.
And just keep showing up, because as you said before, Kristi, you post every day, if I'm not mistaken. You've been showing up for a long time, and don't overthink it. Just post it, see how it works, and don't compare yourself to others as well. I think you summed it up really well.
That's the big thing, right? Like, do not compare, because there's always somebody else doing more followers, more impressions, content has more likes. All of it is just noise. If you have something valuable to say, post it, share it. Don't worry about anything else. Just keep going.